What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? It's your favorite show, Get a Bucket. I'm your host, Trey, and as usual, hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. Today, we're going to talk about, pick up basketball. But before we do that, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, comment, tell anyone about the show. Trying to get the ratings up a little bit, just a little bit. But like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about pick up basketball, okay? Now, there are four things that I'm going to talk about with pick up basketball. Pick up hoops. All right, we got to talk about the camaraderie. We got to talk about the workouts. We got to talk about the practice, and we got to talk about the NBA comparisons. Now, some of these kind of blend in to one another, but we're gonna break these down. So we're gonna start off with camaraderie. Okay. Now, with camaraderie, you're developing friendships. You are. Like when I go out and play pickup, right? No matter what gym I go to, I try to make some sort of connection because you never know who you gonna need, right? You never know what connections you gonna find on the basketball court. I've gotten personally a job connection playing basketball. So that was me personally. I don't know about y'all. How about not even just job wise though? Friendships. I have some friends on the basketball court that I play with that I go and get a bucket on them, so they don't really they don't dog me. I usually do the dogging, but it's still fun. End of the day, all jokes aside, I've lost a couple times, but I've won, and it teaches you friendships. It teaches you a lot of things about yourself too: how to lose, how to win, how to persevere, get over humps, all that stuff. So again, from a basketball perspective, pick up basketball when you go play. It's not just because you have hoop dreams, you actually go have fun. Like you really have fun. And I'm be honest, you start to develop friendships amongst the team that you play with too. So again, when you might want to go try playing pickup basketball every once in a while. It's really fun. And gaining some extra friends, it ain't that bad. I ain't gonna lie to you. How about this though? How about this? A workout. Now, it's a workout. Basketball in general is a workout. You're getting your cardio right. You're working on your legs. You're working on your core. You're working on your arm. It's a full body workout, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're able to go run, especially if your team is winning, this is why I'm saying camaraderie. If you have good camaraderie, chances are your team might win a little bit more. So if you're winning, chances are you're going to be working out a little bit more. Like I go to the gym quite often. Y'all see I'm skinny. Part of that's due to my workout. Like I play basketball a good amount of times. Also, I have a very mean metabolism. Like I eat all the time, but I'm also able to run effectively on the court because of that as well too. So again, it's a workout. So when you're playing pickup basketball, I'm not a professional basketball player by no means, but I do need to make sure I take care of my body to some degree. That means eating properly. That means stretching properly, right? Because again, when you're playing basketball, it is a workout. Like I don't like running a 5K. I've ran a 5K before. I just need to have a purpose outside of just saying I ran a 5K. In basketball, you can run a 5K very easily, very easily. And again, stretching very important. I would recommend you guys choose yoga if not. But again, you need that in order to play pickup basketball. It's good to be healthy. Now, here's what some people use pickup basketball for: practice. Like we talking about practice, not a game, not a game. We talking about practice. Because in pickup basketball, technically speaking, who really cares if you miss a shot outside of the people that you that your peers, well, outside of your peers, right? Who really cares? Like no one's putting money on you. That would be an interesting topic though. But no one's putting bread on you. So like who really cares? It's ego based because you want people to think you decent, right? So you want to make sure you hitting shot. You don't want to look too bad. But for real, who cares? Practice, get to the stuff that you don't typically do in a game, but you might want to. Well, when you're playing pickup basketball, ladies and gentlemen, this is actually the time for you to get that practice in. This is speaking for the folks who thinks ball is life, right? Like you think you have a shot at going pro. Well, use pickup basketball as a means to practice stuff. I do it all the time. I don't think I'm going pro, by the way. I just love hoops. So when I go play different groups, I might practice different stuff. Like I might be the tallest person on the court. Fine, I'll play on the block. I hate playing on the block, but fine, I can practice it. Like if I'm playing with a tall team, finally I get to be a guard now. Cool. Let me practice my passing. Let me practice my shooting. Let me practice cutting. Whatever the case I need to do. So you get to practice while you playing pickup basketball. I know. Not a game. Not a game. We talking about practice. But we also talking about the game too, because practice does make perfect. So don't forget that, ladies and gentlemen. Now, here's the thing that I don't think people have really, truly thought about when playing pickup basketball. It's the NBA comparisons. I personally, like I said, y'all, I have a sports show. It's called Get a Bucket. So, ladies and gentlemen, when I'm playing pickup, best believe I'm looking at other players to see how archetypes battle against different archetypes. Yeah, NBA players are different, don't get me wrong. But pickup hoopers, you can say, okay, this aspect of this player reminds me of Devin Booker or reminds me of Zach Levine or Desmond Bain or whomever else you want to choose, right? So when I'm going to the gyms, different gyms, by the way, you see different players. You see different players battling against one another. I love envisioning these are NBA players going up against one another. Yeah, the talent level's down. Like, of course, the NBA players versus pickup hoopers. Come on now. There's a mean difference between me and Steph Curry. There's a mean difference. But still, it's fun to see and envision how these players are playing. Also, what about yourself? Envision yourself as an NBA player. Maybe you want to play as Steph Curry. Maybe you want to try to play as Kevin Durant. See whose game fits your style best, or see what combinations fit your style best. That's always something fun to do. And again, I'm not trying to steal their games. I'm not trying to steal their shots. I'm just trying to figure out how their games pair in comparison to other players. And I'm not always going to be able to see Steph Curry versus James Harden, or I don't know, Kevin Durant versus Braun. I'm not going to always see those matchups, but you might be able to envision that in pickup basketball. That's a fun little pastime of mine. So again, ladies and gentlemen, when we're talking about pickup hoops, pickup basketball, there are 4 elements that I want to make sure that y'all pay attention to: camaraderie, working out, practice, NBA comparisons. Like, and again, the NBA comps, that's my favorite one. But ladies and gentlemen, for those of y'all who have not played pickup basketball, does this make it more entertaining for you now? Does this give you more of a reason to go watch and play pickup basketball? How about the hoopers who do play pickup basketball? Do you see some similarities in what I'm saying already? Did I leave anything out? I definitely want y'all to let me know. But ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time I have for the show. So I mean, or for today's episode at least. So I greatly appreciate y'all for listening. But definitely comment your thoughts below. So make sure to like, subscribe, comment, tell anyone who's anyone about the show. My name is Trey. I'm the host of Get a Bucket. Hope you all are having a good one. Take care.